All right, so now let's start taking a look at some different progressions. Now, what I've done is a student emailed me some progressions that he uses in his own church. And I first of all want to say that this lesson is not meant as any disrespect to the information that he sent me. I'm not saying that, you know, he was wrong or anything, but what I'm going to do, basically what I'm trying to say in all this is I'm going to take the chords that he sent me and we're going to change them a little bit because I think that theoretically there are probably some chords in there that need to get fixed, all right? So it's not meant as any slight or disrespect towards him at all. We're going to use it as a learning tool, and I'm also not going to mention his name. All right, so the progression that he sent to me was C minor 7, add 9, F minor 7, this is also on page 2 under number 5, B major, add 9, and then it says D, left hand play D, right hand play A flat, C, D, and G, and then G major. Now, I knew that these were some minor progressions, so I was taking a look at it. I'm like, wow, this is, you know, kind of odd. And that's what actually spurred this lesson. Is that I was just going to take some of these progressions and teach some you know, different accompaniment techniques on these progressions. But in doing it, I'm realizing that, oh, I got to fix this progression, and I figured it would be a good information for you because this is very common, all right? And once again, no disrespect meant. Anyway, sometimes if people don't know a lot about theory, they'll write stuff down and it's not quite correct, and then, you know, it can get frustrating, you know, trying to figure out what the right way is. So let's try and work through some of these progressions using theory. Now, that brings up the point of why we needed to learn all of this diatonic harmony. You need to know the diatonic harmony in order to be able to know, well, is this progression right or wrong? Also, the progression that he sent me might very well be exactly the progression that they use for a particular song, and they could very well be playing it theoretically wrong, but it works for them, so that's okay. So the right and wrong is, you know, it's kind of a mixed bag. But let's take a look, and then I think you'll see and hear what I'm talking about. So if I just play that progression, C minor 7, F minor 7, and then I go to B, right, with a add 9, and I'm just playing it as a B major triad with an add 9, okay? Then I go to this kind of odd D chord, and I just put a D with a question mark there, and then I go to a G, and then the C minor. Okay? So now, when I'm playing this, I'm just playing through the chords. I'm not worried about harmonic rhythm. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. But in playing through these chords, the first thing I'm doing is I'm just kind of listening to it and kind of letting my ear be the judge of any of these chords that kind of sound a little bit, they sound a little bit funky, all right? And then also checking, you know, for the quality of the chord. Is, you know, should it really be a minor or a major or whatnot? I'm really letting my ear guide me right now. So what I want you to do is play through this progression, and you can take a look at these different voicings. This is a good exercise as well. Say I have the 7th, the 3rd, the 9th, and the 5th for C minor 7. And then this minor 7 voicing is at 3, 5, 7, 9. And then when I go to the B, right, just a major triad with the 9th added, and then that D chord, that mystery D chord, there's your sharp 11, 7, root, and then your 11th, okay? And then G, just a basic G triad, right? The root though is up here, back to that C minor 7. So the first thing that I want you to do is play through those chords, just kind of get them underneath your fingertips, play around with them, and I want you to just start to think, is there anything here that sounds a little bit fishy to me? When we come back, we're going to deal with the first step, all right, which is identifying the proper quality of chords. So I'll see you in a minute.